Hey there, folks. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me again as we move into the topic where we're going to talk about what's on the exam. The exam is designed for individuals who need to demonstrate an overall understanding of AWS Cloud, independent of technical roles addressed by other AWS certifications. So this is basically saying that the exam is designed for those who are not going to be taking those technical deep dives. It's designed for those who are somewhat in non-technical roles. The exam validates your ability to define the AWS cloud and the basic global infrastructure, to talk about overall AWS cloud architectural principles and the AWS cloud value proposition. You'll also need to be able to describe key services for the AWS platform and their common use cases. This includes things like compute, networking, storage, and analytics. You'll also need to be able to talk about basic security and compliance requirements of the platform, and you'll need to be able to talk about things like the shared security model or the shared responsibility model. You'll need to be able to define billing, pricing models, and account management, and you'll also need to be able to identify sources of documentation and support. And finally, you'll need to be able to describe core characteristics of deploying and operating within the AWS cloud. Now, although AWS recommends that you have at least 6 months experience with AWS cloud in any type of a role, including technical, managerial, sales, purchasing, or financial, you don't have to worry about that 6-month number because you're taking this course, and this course is designed to give you that hands-on experience that you need. The course will cover the concepts and the lessons, and then we have hands-on labs that will help to reinforce those concepts. All right, so I'm going to scroll down a little bit. And when we talk about preparation for the exam, there are some things that you need to have an understanding of. So results for the exam are scaled anywhere from 100 to 1,000, and there's a minimum passing score of 700. The AWS exams you can take a maximum of 3 times within a year. So if you don't pass the exam the first time you take it, there are a maximum of 2 additional times that you can take that exam within a 1-year time period. And that goes for any AWS exam. Now, when we think about what content is on the exam, it's broken out in domains. Domain 1 is on cloud concepts, and it accounts for 28% of the exam. Domain 2 is security, 24%, technology, 36%, billing and pricing, 12%. So we look at how these domains break out. Our core concepts include the AWS cloud and its value proposition, aspects of cloud economics, and different types of cloud architectural and design principles. Security will cover the shared responsibility model, security and compliance, as well as management capabilities and identifying resources for security support. Technology will cover things like deploying and operating in the AWS cloud, the global infrastructure, the core AWS services, and identifying resources related to support. Billing and pricing will compare the different pricing models. We'll talk about the various structures related to billing and pricing and billing support. So those are the topics that are covered, broken down by domain. So the way the course is broken out, it doesn't directly map domain by domain. I tried to break up the content in a way that made the most sense in order for it to help you to really get the big picture and an understanding of how the cloud in general works, as well as how the AWS cloud works and its components. But all of the required content is included in the course. So that's going to do it for this lesson about the exam. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson.